Man, how you doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Thanks so much for joining me for this preview of Clemson and Wake Forest for the next to last game of the regular season of what has become a pain in my tail. It's like an erupted hemorrhoid. 2021 football season. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, ain't gonna do much for me. Got people trickling in here like I've got a vaccine for a virus that pretty much anybody can get over, but will take your job if you don't get it. Let me see who's in here. Chase Henderson. Chase, she always beats your wife in here. She's doing dishes again in her heels. Of course, I'm talking about his brother Parker. I'm sorry. May there to you, Chase. Me and Chase got to hang out a couple of weeks ago. Surprised neither one of us got incarcerated. Dirty Joe's in here. Clemson girl, may there to you. Bible Belt Beauties. DJ is here to stay, Bobby, from Mance in Virginia. May there, Bobby, from Hudson. Parker. Oh, Parker, I guess you didn't break your heel stumbling in here. I hope you didn't. He's got the legs for it. Bo Weevil, Benji Holland, may there to you. All of you's in here. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Some people has reached out to me and said they haven't. Tiger Nation, I got to say that. One of my first subscribers, Tiger Nation. Good to see you, buddy. Don't get shot up in Gaffney. That's where he lives. It's kind of like a faith walk, you know. So, let's talk about this season. To me, I know Wake Forest was coming up. Clemson's still the favorite, by the way. Clemson's still a favorite. 4.5 point favorite. Because Vegas knows that all that has to happen is for Clemson's offense to decide to use the talent they have, and they steamroll them. And I want to apologize to Clemson Football. Yes, I want to apologize to Clemson Football. I have said that Clemson is not near the football team they should be. I've said this to people in private. I've said this to people on here. And I've said this to myself while I'm screaming at the windshield as I drive down the road. Clemson is a good football team on the defense. If there's any lacks on the defense that we have, it's because we spent way too much time out there because of somebody else I'll talk about in just a second. Our defense is ridiculous. And let me go ahead and tell you right now, the Georgia Bulldogs, who right now is rolling, and I hate to say it, they do look good. I keep waiting for them to wet the bed, but they ain't. But there's still time. The only competitive game Georgia's had this entire season has not come from the mighty SEC. No, it's come from Clemson on a season that they were down. I mean, really, let's be honest with ourselves. Somebody said that Georgia's living rent-free in my head. Georgia, the only team who y'all couldn't dominate this year was from the lowly high school piss ball league of the ACC. And by the way, down. Got to put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yes, SEC dog, I will take that banner at this point because there's much more problems in Clemson than just that. But SEC dog, he's always good to poke fun. We're going to talk trash, but he's good people. Here's my point. The defense is fantastic. Our special teams. I know Potter had that one game. Y'all, Potter has been, I think, arguably one of the best kickers to ever play at Clemson. We've had some good ones over here. Spires punting the ball around. We got incredible wide receivers. I know that some people's talked about, oh, what about that fast guy who runs down the field and burns everybody? Y'all, listen to me. I get that. But that's not going to fly here. We have wide receivers who are big, physical. It's not like they're a bunch of commercial blocks running around out there like, hey, he's tumbling over. Got some good things going for us. Clemson's a pretty good football team, except for offensive lineman's body. DJ, I still believe he's a man for the job. He should be benched to give him time to work out whatever's going on. And our OC. I'm sorry, y'all. Elliott's got to go. I know that I disagree with some of you people I love with all my heart. I mean, I wouldn't kiss you in the mouth. That'd be weird. Oh, Lord. Kill me now. No tongue kissing here, but I'm just telling you, Elliott is not the man. He is not the man. He's not the man. Listen to me. He looks like the same when Elliott is talking about the offensive performance. He looks like somebody you're asking them if they cheated on their wife and you have video footage of them cheating on their wife and they're pretty sure you have said footage. They're just not for sure, so they're going to try to deny it. Hey, did you cheat on your wife? Looked like Tom Herman when they were asking him when he was at, what was that school he was at before he went to Texas? He shouldn't have went to Texas. Boy, that's a piss job, ain't it? And they asked him, said, hey, are you leaving to go to LSU? Because they thought he was going to go to LSU. You remember what he did? He went. Today I'm focused on our kids and nursery driving. Dirty Joe, if we're lucky, Elliott will be gone after the season. Here's what I hope happens. I hope somebody comes in and hires him. And here's what I hope don't happen. I hope that Dabo doesn't hire a buddy of his to run the offense. I hope he does what he did when he hired Venables. He went out and looked for the best man for the job. He spent time with him. And he made one of the best hires in the history of Clemson. I'm going to throw up. There's a bunch of questions coming in here I'd love to answer. But I got to get this out of my head or I won't sleep tonight. Dabo Swinney created what we know as Clemson today. The reason everybody, including myself, is let down is because he created the Clemson we know. That's why even people who hate Clemson is shocked. Just be honest. Shocked. Because... and for everybody who goes, well, everybody has a bad year. I mean, even Alabama has not had a bad year like this since Saban's been there. Ohio State has not had a bad year like this for years, and they've switched coaches. And the only time that argument holds water is when you play in a really tough conference. Everybody's got better talent than you. They got really, really good coaches. ACC, I hate to tell everybody, it's still piss. So that argument right there is going to hold about as much water as a fishnet. So that's a bad argument. But Swinney is not operating in the ways that got him successful. That's the issue. If Swinney operated in a way in the beginning that he's operating right now, Brent Venables would have never been hired. I'm just telling you. Never would have been hired. Dirty Joe said, would you hire Billy Napier to come back? No. I wouldn't. He's been a head coach, and he has that taste in his mouth. He wants to be a head coach. Also, he's coaching a different style of ball right now. I'm a big fan of Jamie Chadwell down at Coastal. Went down and seen them this past weekend. It was a fun game, even though they lost. But I will tell you that I don't even think he'd be calling offense at this level. Sorry. Till he proves otherwise. But I'm really concerned about Swinney and what's really going on up there. I don't know if there's something going on in the locker room, home. Maybe he saw an ugly woman naked and it's done something to him. But let's talk about this. Justin Ross is done as a Clemson Tiger. If anybody wants to rewind and go back through some of my old videos, listen to me. Some of my old videos. What did I tell you? I wouldn't be shocked if Justin Ross transferred from Clemson. Not transferred, but entered the NFL draft. And I was told, would it? And he did it yesterday. He's having foot surgery. He's going to leave. And here's the other prediction that you can thank me for. Listen to me. Listen to me. And y'all take this to the bank. I predict that Ngata is going to enter the draft. And I also predict that Ladson, I know he's hurt, but I predict that Ladson or E.J. Williams is going to transfer out. I know we've talked about passes that's been dropped by the wide receivers. The wide receivers are tired of running routes and the ball not being delivered to them. And when they're open, the ball's either thrown into the dirt behind them or it's thrown 15 yards in front of them. This is a business, folks. You might not like that. I love my Clemson Tigers, but at the end of the day, this is a business. They're going to go wherever they're going to make their money. They don't care about that dumb degree in sociology. What do you make out of a degree for sociology? About $20,000 a year? Oh, of course, he's going to turn down millions and women throwing themselves at him so he can go down to the local DSS office and work a sociology degree because that's going to get him somewhere. Grow a brain. I mean, if I could even think that out, Lord. They're going to transfer. I'm at the point now that I'm even questioning if Swinney will be here next year. There's a lot of massive, there's a lot of jobs open that would pay outrageous money for him to come and coach for them. Starting with LSU. Southern Cal. Now, I don't think he'd go to Southern Cal. I could see him thinking about LSU. I'm telling you, LSU. But he's going to have to carry his beginning Swinney ways to LSU. Now, if the Swinney from 7 years, listen to me. I want you to hear this. If Swinney from 7 years ago goes down to LSU, those boys right there win national championship after national championship after national championship. If the Dabo Swinney that's there now, that's hiring friends, neighbors, clergymen to coach for him, best buddies, his old friend back in 3rd grade, he'll get fired. I'm not, listen to me. And Chase, you saw that. I saw what you said, and I agree 100%. I don't really see him going anywhere. But at this time, would you be shocked? Like knocked off your rocker, like you found out your grandpa was kissing a man. Would you be shocked? No, I wouldn't. I mean, not the grandpa kissing a man thing. I mean, my grandpa wouldn't kiss a man. He'd rather be dead. But what I'm saying is, if you found out your grandpa was kissing a good-looking woman, you'd say, oh, man, that's bad. That's a good-looking woman. And him and Grandma hadn't been getting along. She'd been beating him with a frying pan. And she hadn't been a saint. You wouldn't be surprised if, say, the only thing I say about Swinney is, I'm just telling you, I'm not saying that it is going to happen. I'm saying at this point, would you be completely shocked? I wouldn't be. Swinney looks like he has lost his grip on Clemson. He's making poor excuses. He seemingly doesn't want to sit down the quarterback that's not doing well. You would think that he would have learned after Watson and Cole Stout. Now, I agree, Cole Stout they were trying to use him like Taj Boyd. Unfortunately, he had one of the best quarterbacks to ever play college football sitting behind him. And they pulled him. And so that's my only thing. I won't hang on to Swinney being shocked thing, but I still hang on to Ngata's gone. His numbers have been good this year. He will be gone. He's a leading receiver on the team. I wouldn't be shocked if Ladson left or E.J. Williams left. I'm just telling you, I would not be shocked. Considering the game this weekend, I know that's what this video was named. Hadn't talked about it at all. I would, if Chase, you got me. You got me. You got me. Going to the Wake Forest game. First of all, Clemson shouldn't have lost a game this entire season. You did get me. Clemson shouldn't have lost a ball game this year. Sorry. It did happen. For everybody who's watching it, but it did happen. It did happen. NC State shouldn't have happened. Pittsburgh has lost how many times since we played them and looked crappy? They have. They look bad. But Mance in Virginia says he believes Wake by 10. Listen to me. I wouldn't be shocked, but I wouldn't be shocked if we beat them by 2 touchdowns. It's very schizophrenic right now. You don't know. Once again, Clemson is 2/3 of a football team that's incredible. 2/3 of a football team that is absolutely incredible. And the only Achilles heel that we have on the offense or on the defense is because of injuries. Because we were out there over and 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 over, and the offense couldn't move, and God forbid you drop 8 against us, because apparently you have to pay somebody $3 million a year versus $2 million a year to know what to do when you drop 8 against. There's people over here at Greer High School who knows calling offense that if you dropped 8 against them, they know exactly what to do against you. Apparently, we're paying $2 million a year to somebody who doesn't know what to do if they drop everybody into coverage. I mean, I'm sorry, that's what the argument is, right? That's the argument. It's the argument that we're trying to save somebody's job for. I don't know why. I really don't know what the score's going to be this weekend. I'd love to give you a prediction. Hartman does look good, but I mean, you got to have much more than a team. Wake Forest, to do what they do with the talent that they have, and it's a hard school to get into. Dave Clawson should get ACC Coach of the Year right now. Right now, give it to him. To do what he's done with them. Jamie Newman flaked out on them last year. He's going to transfer into Georgia, and he was going to kill it, and he was going to do great. And then what did he do? Oh, because of COVID-19, He opted out. And where's Jamie? I don't know. I ain't going to go searching for him. That was a dumb move. I don't know who's going to win this game. On talent, on paper, what I said on Mark Rogers' show many months ago, right before the Georgia-Clemson game, I stand by. I just have to apologize for being dumb enough to think that we would develop and use the talent that we have. I'm sorry. I'm the idiot who thought that having 3 or 4 5-star wide receivers, that even if your quarterback was mediocre, they could get the ball to them. I was that dumb. I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, the line's not that good. You mean to tell me you can't get the ball out of your hands quick enough to not one of those guys, but multiple of them? And since then, we are flooding the transfer portal with people. I'm sorry, I don't know. If I knew, I would probably be psychic. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I wouldn't be on here. I would keep guessing all the lotteries, winning them until they banned me to where I couldn't win them anymore. And y'all never see me again. If I was psychic. But I'm not. What's the keys to the game? If you're still with me in this, this is a live show. This is a live show, but I very well doubt anybody who's watching this later is going to watch it to the end. But if you're with me here, I'm going to give you this. Thank you, SEC Dog, because I told you that we have been playing uninspired football for 2 years now. Not counting this season. 2 years. 2 years. I warned us about it, had everybody tell me, oh, yeah. It came to pass. B Bean says, "Where you film? It looks like a hostage video." Actually, I'm being held against my will. I got no underwear on. People's punching me in my unmentionables. Bad. About to start screaming. No, it's just my room. It's where I do my deep thinking. Like, who would I like to party with? Bo Cephas, Tanya Tucker, and Clint Eastwood. No, here's the key. I'll go ahead and give you a key game. This will be fast. First of all, offense got to move the ball. Probably not going to happen. Okay? All right? There we go. But our defense is so good, it'll be the best defense that Hartman plays this entire season. Even though we're held together by painkillers and duct tape, we're still the best defense that most teams are going to play. I'm sorry. You got one of the most brilliant minds in the world calling for us. You're right, Southern Buck 352. We need to get those PEDs back. If we can just get the PEDs back, we will be fine. Just like if Miami can get the hookers back, Ole Miss can get the hookers back, and as long as Georgia doesn't continue to go to jail for, I don't know, sexually assaulting women, they'll be fine. But truth is here, our defense will be what keeps us in this game. If Sam Hartman starts getting rattled and they turn over the ball, you can take it to the bank. We win this ball game, even if our offense comes out there and just plays absolutely piss poor. If we come out there and we start just turning the ball over left and right, and Dabo will not make the right decision to sit the quarterback, who I still believe needs to be developed, but I believe he's still the man for the job. He just needs to be seated. We lose the ball game. Period. Which I'm leaning more towards we lose the ball game. Everybody's talking about there's a possibility of us getting into an ACC championship. Too many things are going to have to move. Here's the deal. Let me throw this out there to you. We would have to beat Wake, and Wake would have to lose next weekend with Boston College. That is a possibility. I think it's Boston College. It's a possibility. But let's just go ahead and be honest with ourselves. Do you really want to see Clemson go to ACC championship if they're not going to fix these problems? Because here's what I'm going to tell you as a true Clemson fan. If Clemson makes it to the ACC championship and somehow inks out a win, and they get win number 10, they're going to go to the Orange Bowl most likely. I think that's what they're contracted to. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It'll be a New Year's Day Bowl, something like that. They go out there, even if they lose, Dabo's going to grin. And I love Dabo. I'm just irritated with how he's handled this season. It's like a mama hen syndrome. He's going to take up for the hens no matter what, even if the hens went in and killed a family of children. He's going to take up for them. And that's not how he got that's what I'm trying to get across to you. This is not how he got successful. He got successful by making right decisions, not taking up for everybody. But a lot of good trash talk in here. But anyway, he goes in, we lose the game, we win the game. He's going to be like, see, I told you, we got 10 or 11 wins, and nothing's wrong. I mean, we had our moments, but still we're doing good in Clemson. Bad day at Clemson's a better day everywhere. That's not what we need, folks. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, we are either facing the point where Swinney fixes it, which I believe he totally can if he'll just get back to being who Swinney really is. That's why I'm angry. This is not who Swinney is. Somebody has kidnapped this man and put imposter up there, because the old Swinney, yeah, he would have took up for his teams. Of course, he's not going to go up there and go, hey, they suck and they're awful. No, Swinney would have went up there and said, hey, we got talent here, but we got to fix some things. That's not who we're seeing now, and that's what scares me. That's what scares me. It's okay to take up for your boys, but you got to also tell the truth in the process. That's what got Swinney to where he has been. And that's not who we're seeing. And that's why everybody, including myself, should be very concerned, because that is a big deal. It's a toss-up. I don't know who's going to win this game. At this point, I almost don't give a care. Because there's much more things going on than just beating Wake Forest. Anyway, well, I'm Bobby Dirkens. If you're new here, subscribe button, turn on notification. And God help us. God really help us. All right, I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.